This is not the typical Mother's Day message this morning. But if you look for something routine out of me, forget it, okay? But this is a tribute this morning to any mother who has lost a child, particularly to violence. My title is Haters Gonna Hate. But my first question is are you a hater? What do you do when hate is directed toward you? My inspiration comes this morning from Tony Popat's Haters Gonna Hate, a guide to mental strength and perseverance, because you may need some perseverance through all of this. Haters, though, can act as a catalyst for us to actually transform our experience into a fuel for success. The other night, what was I doing? I was watching television, and I was watching Lucifer. Who, by the way, if you go to seminary, should be the theology class, because there's much more theology in that story than a lot of people have ever learned in seminary. Or as my parents would say, in cemetery. So I was watching an episode, and it messed with me so badly that I couldn't sleep. I turned the lights off, I sat in the dark, and I started lamenting. And I don't know that I've ever lamented before. In empathy, you identify, but in lament, you suffer with. And I suffered with at this one moment in my life. Fortunately, it ended talking to God, but to get my spirit back to a place of peace where I could go to sleep. Now, I wish I could say that the episode that I watched was only TV. But it is a very familiar ache, seeing a young black teenager treated like he's disposable, and watching the system get tense and trigger happy, seeing violence become normal. So it brought me to a question. Why do they hate? But a more important question is, what does their hatred do in me? And it was in that episode that this teen feels like an outsider. Have you ever felt like an outsider? Yeah. Pulled in by a group of individuals, of young drug dealers, and then the angel, Amenadiel, tries to protect him, encourage him, and he intimidates the gang. But the boy is still arrested. The police are already positioned if they are ready to shoot, and he's handled violently. And the angel can't process what is going on, the harassment and the blatant racism that this kid is experiencing. And Amenadiel pays the teen's debt, and the teen is still killed by the gang. And I sat there and wondered, what do you do when you face a hater? When the hatred feels personal and when the harm is real? And who will we become when others refuse to see our worth and when the world treats us and our children as threats? Criticism is coming. So now that this episode is fictional, but the story isn't. We've all seen it too many times before. A young person feels that they don't belong. Someone offers a fake family, and the debt is created. And the system appears suspicious and heavy-handed, and those in power still act as if fear is a license for violence. And as we all feel this urge, the haters target us, and we want to fight back. Many of us do fight back. When we are insulted, we want to humiliate in return. When we are scared, we want to shut down. And when the hatred changes who we are, then the hatred has already taken something it did not earn, because it creates hatred in me. We can't control the criticism we get, and we can't control the character that come to us in life, but we can control the character that is built within us. This is why I was awake in the dark, in lament, and ended up praying, because I could feel the heat trying to change my heart into something I didn't want to be. It wasn't anger for just a moment. It was hopelessness. And I am not a hopelessness person. I am optimistic. I believe I can do all things. But at this very moment, I felt hopeless. And when we feel hopeless, this is the fork in the road. Will we allow the pain to become poison, or will we let the pain do its sacred work so that truth can keep our hearts open and human? So how do we maintain compassion without becoming soft, and truthfulness without becoming cruel, and open-heartedness without losing discernment? We don't just grit our teeth and try harder. We allow the Spirit to root us deeper than the hate that is trying to pull us under. And this is where the Spirit encounters us. This is where we find ourselves, not to make us petty, but to reveal our wholeness. Across every one of the wisdom traditions, the teaching is the same, that restraining from anger is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength. The Quran praises those who can control their anger. The prophets emphasize justice and mercy together. Jesus teaches forgiveness. The Gita advocates disciplined action without allowing the soul to surrender to rage. And the Buddhist wisdom reminds us that anger burns the person who holds on to it. That's why spiritual maturity is in rootedness. Understanding our identity goes so deeply that applause does not go to our head and criticism does not break us. Because bitterness destroys the vessel that carries it. But love and truth and compassion expand the soul, and it holds us. So the real spiritual question isn't will people criticize or hate us? They will. The question is, what will I become because of it? What will you become because of it? And that's not just a theory. That's Monday morning. Because the truth is, you can't stop the hatred, but you can choose what it causes. So here's what I did sitting there in the dark, and here's what I believe you can do as well. When the looks come, when the dismissal comes, 3 choices will help keep you free. First, name it, what you are feeling, but deny its power over you. I am hurt, I am embarrassed, and I am angry, but I choose to take control over my response. They didn't give me the feeling, so therefore I will not give it the steering wheel. Respond based on your values, not your wounds. Prioritize courage over cruelty. Choose listening over labeling, and curiosity over fear. Compassion over ego, even when you could win with the sarcasm. Create what you wish the world had provided for you. Because spiritually grounded people don't spend their lives reacting to the hate. They build meaning, they build peace, they build justice and character in community. So let me give you an analogy. Think of a tea bag in hot water. The water doesn't create what's inside the bag. It reveals it. Pressure doesn't invent who we are. Pressure exposes who we are. Criticism is the heat. Hate is the heat. Injustice is the heat. And the question isn't whether life will raise the temperature. The question is, when it does, what will emerge from you? Bitterness or blessing? Help me, Holy Ghost, this morning. This is why this can't be just a private decision. We need each other to keep choosing what is sacred. We won't pretend that we agree on everything. We don't. And we don't erase the differences. We wouldn't do it if we tried to. But we will stand united in the belief that human dignity is sacred, even for the people I do not like and who do not like me. And as tension rises, we won't let contempt define us. We'll choose wisdom and strength without harshness, truth without cruelty, and open hearts with discernment. And we'll become the kind of people who heal more than we wound. We will keep praying. We will not cease marching. We will not stop loving. We will not stop building, because God walks with the wounded and heaven bends toward the broken. And the justice is the song our souls were born to sing. And it came to me just to tell somebody here this morning, don't let hate weigh you down. Instead, let it become the wind beneath your wings. Because eagles don't soar by fighting the wind. They rise with the wind. And when the haters blow, don't fold. Spread your wings. And when you wait for the Spirit, those who hope in the Spirit are renewed with strength. They do not just get through, we soar. They keep moving even though they are tired. We keep standing even though we believe we are finished. And we are not giving haters the power to define us. We are giving the Spirit space to shape our courage. We're going to rise, not react. We are going to build, not break. We're going to love, not only ourselves, but the haters. And so it is.
Your love.